Hi everybody, welcome Thursday Racing. This is Wednesday morning that we record in the show, both Daryl, Marie and myself for Betway, and the Betway Weighted to Win shows. Got 8 races to preview on the Turffontein inside track. We haven't been on that track for a while. That's just come under treatment straight after the Betway Summer Cup, and some virgin territory there that we'll be using. Betway reminds you, of course, about a number of things. Open your Betway account. Don't forget our WhatsApp number and the blue voucher opportunity, where the easiest way to top up, deposit and pay is using that option. 14 to 10 on Wednesday morning in the early market. About that also St. John Gray's number 7 Pacific, number 9 Dancing Dora's priced up 3 to 1, 7 to 2 the 4 Thunderbird, and then you can get 6 to 1 about number 2 Radiant Heat. They bet 10 to 1 and better the balance. Mr. Marie, good morning.
How are you doing, Clyde?
Right, an early Wednesday morning. Good morning.
Thank you. How are you?
Good. And yourself?
Good, thanks. Yeah, Turffontein inside. Opening leg of the bipod, I've just played the safe routes. I've got numbers 7 and 9. Now, Dancing Dora, Clyde, I know on paper she's held by St. John Gray's horse of Pacific, but I think this race is really going to pan out well for her. You can see there's a lot of pace on her inside. You've got the likes of Diane Stanger's horse, Thunderbird, and if Radiant Heat shows the pace she did last time, she'll be right up there with that 4 kg claimer. So I think Dancing Dora is going to slot in just behind the pace and probably ahead of Pacific and get first run on him. So I wouldn't be surprised if she manages to reverse the form despite the weight difference of year. So I'm going to be leaning towards her as my top pick over number 7 Pacific. Now Pacific, we fancied him on the inside track a good few runs back with Muzi Yeni aboard, and he came into the straight and he clipped heels and he nearly came down, and Muzi just eased him out of that race that was behind Basingstoke. You can see he's off a very competitive mark. He should be rattling on him late. Whether he gets there in time or not remains to be seen, but I do believe we'll get through the opening leg.
Okay, well, here's the bipod first leg, 7 Pacific and 9 Dancing Dora. And then we've got a banker later on today in the bipod where we're going to banker our Shruti, number 1, MK's Dreams. Second race on the card, everybody. Let's get on to that. It's a handicap. And we're going, what is this distance? 1,000 meters. Make a note of your draws. There 12 of them that are going to go to the gate. You're reminded about 069164 3272. That's our WhatsApp number and the QR code to scan away and open your Betway account if you haven't already done so. Blue voucher offering some wonderful specials, so go and have a look there. Best way to top up, deposit and pay. Now, Daryl's got a bit of a shooty for us here. We'll talk about it in a moment. 9 to 2 the field, so it's quite an open race. Number 4 Long Swords, top of the boards at 9 to 2. 5 to 1 about the source of Fabian Habib's number 5 Blaze Away. 2 Virginia Beach is next in at 11 to 2. 6 to 1 about 7 Covered Operator. Then you've got 3 Address the Nation, who's 7 to 1. 8 to 1 about 9 King Shin Shah. I see you found that. You like
Yeah,
it?
I like it. Why can't
Tell
you?
us why.
Why not? Have a look at his rating, Clyde.
Yes.
Right down, he lost one off a 77, went up to an 84. He's down to a 78. There were signs of life last time out, and he's 2.5 kilograms better off with Longsword. Over 1,000 meters on the inside track, with those blinkers on, I wouldn't be surprised to see him blitz. If he gets behind number 2, I think it is, Virginia Beach, he could probably get a nice toe through, but if he breaks better at the gates, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go start to finish. I like his chances. Now, Longsword, this horse has always had the ability, and he set the record straight last time out. In that race, he showed a lot of pace, so I don't think the drop is too much of a concern. You know, he's been touched off over 1,000 meters in the past, but the inside track 1,000 meters, he will need to get going earlier and get into that big stride of his. So for that reason, I think King Shin Shah might get first run on him, but he'll be closing in towards the latter stages. Number 4 Longsword, he's having his peak run. Interesting over here, I don't know if Dennis is back at Fabian's yard, or if Gavin had the choice of rides between Blaze Away, because he's ridden all 4 of his starts.
Yeah.
And he's opted to go for longsword. I don't know the jockey arrangements. What I do want to say is Blazerway, he's rested often, Clyde. I mean, after every one of his last 2 starts, or after both of his last 2 starts, and now again, he's been rested. So I don't know if he's overcoming any issues, but the fact that Longsword is in racing fitness and Gavin aboard, I've gone numbers 4 and 9. I think number 9 is the value.
Okay, well, will Longsword be able to quicken up quickly enough if King Shinshaw gets away? 4 and 9 in the first leg of the place accumulator. 1800 metres we're going here now, and this event sees a handicap for the fillies at the 90 level. Scratch number 6 not running here. It's been taken out, so make a note of that. So you leave you with 6 horses going to the gate. Let's have a look at the early morning market. This is Wednesday morning. If we don't know that we record the show, it is the start of the pick 6, and they've got this horse deep in the red, Destiny of Fire, number 1 on the card, trading at 7 to 10. But it looks like Daryl's going to take it on. This horse, Cabrera's next best in, number 3, priced up at 2 to 1, second favourite. 7 to 1 about 2, Vision of Peace. And then you can get 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I guess for some, they're all in the camp of Destiny of Fire. For you, Daryl, you've played to beat it.
A little bit worried about the pace of this race, Clyde. I don't see much pace. I don't know. You know, Tuscan Star last time out from a wide draw, she was dropped in. She looks like she's capable of pushing forward this time round. She's going to strip fitter. I think she's a bit one pace, so her only opportunity of challenging over here or fighting it out is if she is up handy, because I think the others possess a better turn of foot. So maybe she goes. Streisand, maybe she can go, but it could be muddling. You know, yes, Destiny of Fire, in her penultimate start when she ran 3rd behind Suter, we fancied her to kill because we were of the opinion that she ran above her rating in the Fillies Mile. And then she disappointed. They removed the blinkers, and last time out she got the better of Canelo. On paper, it doesn't look like such a great effort, but she gave Canelo 8 kilograms on that occasion. However, her rating has been bumped up to a 90. So she did pick up a 3.5 kilogram penalty for running that, for winning that. But yes, I can see her winning. Personally, I think she's a little bit skinny in the market. I find her not to be an odds-on shot. Now, Gerbera, she last time out won easier than the margin suggests. She actually moved up in between runners effortlessly, and she was gained away at the end. Now, an extra 200 meters is certainly in her favor because her dam stayed all day. So, here's a filly less exposed than Destiny of Fire, and she could be way better than her current mark.
Yeah.
So, I think
I
think Destiny of Fire will have something to think about. Vision of Peace, lovely effort last time out. Diego switched her, moved her to the middle of the track, but if you watch that race towards the end, she was staying on all the way to the line. You can see she's off a very, very competitive mark. Let's see how she goes. I certainly wouldn't be shocked to see her fight out the finish. So, yeah, I think the pace could be muddling, but let's see how it pans out, Clyde. Like I say, I'm trying to beat the favourite because of her current odds.
Yeah, even Tuscan Star's in the play in Daryl's first leg of the pick 6. There are quite a few. He's not taking 7 to 10 about Destiny of Fire, that's for sure. But you can still, of course, win it. There's the pick 6, everybody. That's a 12.32 perm. So the 7's been taken out. Only a 6-horse field that lines up here, but a competitive race it is too. They're going over 3,000 metres in this race, the 6 of them. And let's have a look at the early morning, Wednesday morning market. Now, when you talk about Wednesday morning market, if you're watching this race time, you'll have a great idea as to what's been backed, what shortened, what drifted. It really does guide or help you in terms of understanding where the money is. 1 to the rescue on Wednesday morning, tops the boards at 2 to 1. Number 4, Royal Mazarin, 5 to 2, second favourite for Joe Soma. 5, Only a Poet, trading at 4 to 1 for the Malwing stable. 3, Arlington Action for Tyron Zaki, 5 to 1. And then Joe's got another one in here called Mover, who's priced up at 11 to 2. A Fraud, who makes up the field, or is the other in the race, is at 8-1. So Sean Terry puts to the rescue over this distance now. What do you make of it, Darren?
There are pros and cons to this
Tell
betting
me
being
about it.
released a
Early.
day.
Yeah. I like
Because
it. I prefer
it does give an indication to the fluctuation of the market. However, Clyde, if I come on and I say on the Wednesday the 8-1 about the horse's value and it goes out on air and it's 4-1 race time, people get the needle,
No,
especially when
not
it
if
gets
they're
beat.
watching. Not if they're watching on our
Yeah,
WhatsApp
you
group,
need to watch
or watching YouTube,
on
or watching
YouTube.
Racing
Yeah,
Today's website. It's all uploaded early, so
maybe
there's no excuse not to get the value or
the
not to
handful
watch the
that do want to
show.
watch it.
Watch
Yeah.
the show is what Daryl's saying.
Clyde, my concern with To the Rescue is the inside track. He's one-paced, and I think others in here possess a better turn of foot. Listen, they're all going to be one-paced over 3,000 meters, but I think others quick and better than him, and he normally rattles late. Let's see how it goes. I think he's in with a chance of Jacobello, knows him extremely well, and he'll possibly push forward. Another jockey who knows horse very well, their mounts very well, is Chase aboard Royal Mazarin and Muzi aboard Damuva. They both won on them in the past. Damuva disappointed last time out. Royal Mazarin, he's in good form, Clyde. He's another one that I prefer on the stand side track, but you know what? He gets going very late, and if they don't turn it into a sprint turning for home, I think he'll be a factor. Now, have a look at number 3 over here, Arlington Action. I think he's got a lot of fitness on his side now. He's having his 4th run after a rest, and Tyrone Zaki's yard is in good form. I'm happy with the way his horses are running currently. I thought his last run behind 2 Miles West was creditable, and he stays all day. So if I was pushed into a corner, I'd be leaning towards number 3, Arlington Action. But I've gone the entire field in my perms, Clyde.
Yeah, it's an open race.
I've
Lots of
even
form to look
included
at.
the scratching.
Even the scratching, just in case. I mean, Royal Mazarin, when he beat Banner Bridge, Damuva was in there, so you got a line. To the Rescue was in there, you've got a line on that, so you can figure it all out. Field in the first leg of this jackpot. Hello everybody, welcome back to Betway's Weighted to Win. We're now having a look at race 5. If you've just joined us, well, there's an opportunity for you to take another jackpot, as we've got 8 races today, so races 5, 6, 7, 8, you can work it out. We like this horse, MK's Dreams. It's a bit of a shrewdie, it's 6-1 or thereabouts. Daryl's picked it up, he says perhaps we'll win. And, well, the early morning market, they say we've got King of Numbers to beat. Number 6 on the card, it's the 3-1 favourite on Wednesday morning. 7 Lava Fire, 5-1. Then you've got 3 Dance King, who's trading at around 11-2. And this horse, MK's Dreams, 6-1. Press On Regardless is in there as well, priced up at 8-1. You can get 10-1 and bet about the balance. Here's a look at a rerun for you. We'll take you back to MK's Dreams' penultimate start. Daryl, that you can take us through.
Yes, Clyde. On this occasion, he was returning from a 3.5-month layoff. He was given a chance from a wide draw and exposed a long way from home. So I expected him to get tired. He didn't. He rallied all the way to the line and he got the better of his opposition on that occasion. He's now having his peak run. I think this is a great opportunity for him. Yes, he does have some mass to shoulder here, but I was very impressed with that victory, and I was very impressed with his latest run in the WSB Heritage Consolation. I thought that was a competitive lineup, a lot of top horses in the making in that race. Count Invicto, Confederate, horses to watch from that form line. So he was far from disgraced. I think we're going to go close to getting money
in this event. Okay, interesting. So MK's Dream, Daryl says let's go straight up and have a look at what we can do at 6-1. Okay, welcome back. Race 6 handicap. This is a race over 1450 meters. 11 in the lineup over here, and it's 9 to the field. Probably the most difficult race on this Turffontein card today. A number of horses that have got winning chances. Market pretty much, you name it, 5-1 the field really. And there are a number of horses that can win, Daryl Marie. I would personally recommend a whole lot of horses in a race like this. I guess a reminder about Betway is 6% for those of you who are watching. 6% back on settled tote wages. So you bet your tote amount of money on there, and any kind of turnover you do, you get 6% back when you start your account. How's your tote turnover looking?
Yeah, I enjoy getting that SMS come the new month.
Reminder, must have been a big one. Is there enough space on
Clyde,
your phone?
I'm looking for results in this lineup. I went the entire field. In saying that, Laughing Williams in good form. What else do we have here? Sovereign's Calls in good form. He's having his peak run. He quickened up smartly last time out. A lot of people are going to be excluding Great Notion. I'm not. I know she's a filly, and her form lines haven't really lit up. But Clyde, what I do want to say, this is the first, well, her latest victory was the first time with a tongue tie and without blinkers. And she won effortlessly. So without those blinkers and with the tongue tie, I think she can hold her own. I've thrown her in. Kotinos and Fast Duty, nothing separating the two of them, both having their peak runs. Fast Duty may be better on a firmer track. Let's see how he goes. Written in Stone quickened up nicely towards the outside. He's a 9-year-old, but he's in cracking form. Yeah, there's a form update for after hours. He ran third over the weekend. Well beaten behind Just For. Not so well beaten. He was beaten 2.5 lengths. I thought it was more than that. But yeah, he's got a 1-stall gate. Yeah, Clyde, I don't know what to say. I'm looking for a result in this lineup.
Yeah, it's a field. It's a pick 3 opportunity, but any one of 11 can win in this pick 3. On to the next race on the card now. Scratch the 2 and scratch the 3. They're not running. So note that there's only 8 of them that are going to the gate, and we'll have a look at what the recommendation is with taking all that into account from a betting perspective. Well, the Aussies have got Andy's Girl here, and that's favourite in the market, priced up 22-10 on Wednesday morning, number 4 on the card. Second choice is number 6, Theatre of Life, for Philip Vermeulen, 9-2. 5, Cape Lights is trading 9-2 for Robbie Sage. And Ikomi Boki, number 1, is priced up at 13-2 or thereabouts. They bet 8-1 and better about the balance. Actually, there is a bit of a correction in here. 11, Pearl in a Crown, is actually trading 11-2, I beg your pardon. That's Paul Machitos. Number 9, Pearl in a Crown, make a note of that. But I guess another competitive race, although maybe the top 2 are the right horses in the race in the market. Or what do you think?
I went numbers 1 and 4 here.
Yep.
Nah, let's touch on number 1, Hikomi Boki. I don't think she's disgraced herself in her last 2 starts since returning from a layoff, especially especially taking into account that her saddle slipped last time out. So I don't know how much assistance she got from the irons. In saying that, Clyde, she is a much better sort on a firmer track. She likes to use her speed up front. And from Storgate number 1, if she breaks well, she should really be up front, having her peak run. I think Cornet's yard's coming to form now. Yeah, and she enjoys this inside track. She's done extremely well on the inside track, so I like her chances. I think a 1200 on the inside track's a little bit too quick for her. She doesn't really get allowed to be relaxed up front. She gets pressurized, so she must be alive. Why?
Should enjoy the 1450. Yeah.
I nearly banked Andy's Girl because this filly loves a course and distance. I think the mile on the standside track was a bit of a stretch for her last time out.
Yeah.
Lady Fallon came out and won the listed War of Athena handicap. In her penultimate start, when she beat Donna Mo, she didn't really have running room, and when she got that gap towards the closing stages, she burst through. So she's very, very consistent. Course and distance suited, does well racing fresh. She holds Cape Lights on the latest encounter. Yeah, I think the Asmen have actually waited for this race for her because they're back on the inside track now. I think she'll be close to cherry ripe, so I'm going 4 from 1, Clyde.
Okay. All right, so maybe there's 2 plays in here, and Andy's Girl could be the right one, but swinger recommendation 1 and 4. Okay, this is a divided handicap. It's at the 76 level, and they're going the 1450 again, so we'll leave the starting stalls where they are. Takeout number 8, not running Wednesday morning. There are 12 of them going to the start. And what's the market look like this early? Well, it's got top of the boards, except Cookies, for Roy Magnus Stable, and for Gavin Larena, it's top of the boards, and it is the 2-1 favourite. 7 Quasicat is the second choice at 4-1. 1 Boom Boom is next in at 5-1. 5-1 number 4 Mighty Goddess. You can get 8-1 about the 12 Northern Kitten, and 10-1 about that also Last Ginger. And then it's 12 or 14-1 and better about the balance. I see you going all in except Cookies.
Yeah, Clyde, in a fillies and mares divided handicap, you want as many as possible. But I've just had a look at this race, and yeah, you got a filly that's lightly raced.
Yeah.
And she has done well since returning from that layoff. In her penultimate start, over a mile on the stand-side track, she got tired very late. Then last time out, she ran behind some nice fillies, some improving fillies in Miss Leah and Seleno Peninsula. Now, behind her was Francilian. I think if she reproduces her latest effort, she'll go very close to winning. She's course and distance suited. I'm of the opinion she's improving with racing. And those fillies that beat her last time out, both Seleno and Miss Leah went and contested, was it the Fillies Guineas, Clyde?
Yes.
Yes, it was the Fillies Guineas behind Spumante Dolce. They
Correct.
both ran in the Guineas over the
Class
weekend.
horses, yeah.
And they are both rated 95. Miss Leah and Seleno, both rated 95. She's rated 80. On that, I have to believe she's better than an 80. So, for me, it's a case of either accept Cookies or the field.
Will Quasicat stay,
Um,
in your opinion? I see they're trying her this distance for the first time. She seems a sprinter.
yeah,
Could you give her some sort of claim?
No, I mean,
if
she's
she exceeds it up?
held her own since exiting the maiden ranks. What's the story with Musi? Would he have had the opportunity? He rode her last time out. She goes around the bend for the first time from a tricky draw. Will they opt to give her a chance? How far back will she be turning for home? There's a lot of unknowns. Let's see how she goes.
We're on except Cookies at 2-1.